Hello students, welcome to Tapasvi School. This is the fifth video of active and passive grammar series. In this video, we are going to see the interrogative part of the active and passive voice. Now, interrogative part, again let me tell you that interrogative sentences are called the types of sentences which usually end up with question mark or which denotes any particular inquiry or question. So now this type of question form of sentences you must have seen so many times, students, right? And you even must be knowing about that this type of sentences are called interrogative type of sentences. But have you ever come across about the interrogative form of active and passive voice, students, right? If yes, then you must have not seen so easily about this kind of a sentences which I have actually. So ultimately I was talking about that if in interrogative way this type of structures would be what you can say, that would be really easy for you, so that not only your active and passive voice skills would be enhanced, but you will be more likely to do it. Ultimately you will love to do it. Why? Once you find it very easy, then ultimately it will become very much, what you can say, joyful for you also. Let's quickly start with the first tense, as we have started the active and passive voice series. At that time also, students, I told you that we have started with the simple present tense only. So here also everything would be same, but instead of AV structure and PV structure, we are going to see IAV structure and IPV structure. Now what do you mean by IAV and IPV? IAV means interrogative AV structure and IPV means interrogative PV structure. So tense by tense, all the 8 tenses which we have done in the assertive means full stop sentences, that we have done all the 8 tenses. The same way we are going to do the 8 tenses in the interrogative also. So let's see the first tense, simple present tense. So I have written the IAV structure. Focus over here. Do, does plus subject plus V1 plus object plus other words plus question mark. See, this is the addition in the structure. This particular word and these two words are additional in the, as it is an interrogative part. So obviously the question starts with do or does. Now where to put do? Do usually would be put along with any of the plural object, or I, we, they, you, or any of the plural object. Along with that we usually put do. And where we need to put does, he, she, it, any of the singular or any name along with those subjects or object, we usually put does. So I guess your confusion about do and does must have been what you can say clear now. Now let's see the IPV structure, that means interrogative PV passive voice structure. Is plus object plus V3 plus by plus subject plus other words plus question mark. So again, if you have seen the first video in which I have explained you about the simple present tense in a assertive sentence, means full stop sentences, at that time also if you have checked, then ultimately in a passive voice structure I have added is So here also, as it is a form of question, so is should come first, right? And then object, then V3, then by, then subject, then other words. So ultimately is M and R, is would be usually what you can say fit with the singular objects, and R would be fit with the plural objects, and M would be specifically fit with I only, right? So this is the interrogative passive voice structure. Now let's see the example very quickly, students. Example is, do they play cricket? Again let me repeat my example. Do they play cricket? This is the question. Now same formula we need to identify here, that we need to recognize what is called subject and what is called object, right? So let's fit the sentence along with the structure. So as it is an active voice structure, so do, as I have already put over here. Why I have put do? Because the subject is they. Now what I told you, that do would be fit with I, we, you, they and the plural objects. So here I have put they and there is a plural, that's why I put do over here. Do, they, then V1 means play, and what is our object? Cricket, and then question mark. So this is our active voice question, that do they play cricket? Now what do we need to do? We need to transform this particular sentence into passive voice. How? So again let's exchange the words according to the structure. First of all we need to put the object first, but before that we need to put this, that is Izema. Now what was our object, students? Cricket. Now you must be what you can say, must be clear about one particular word or one particular matter, that whatever object you are going to take, before that you need to put Izema. So you should be very clear about whether your whether your object is singular or plural. So then and then only you will be able to put Izema. So our object in this particular sentence is cricket. So cricket is a singular or a plural? Yes, it is singular. So ultimately I have put is, then cricket, then V1 was played, so ultimately V3 would be played by. They was the subject, so when we put the subject at last, at that time they will become them and question mark will remain as it is. So here is your sentence ready. Is cricket played by them? This is the question mark. So this is how you need to form interrogative sentences, right? Found it easy? Yes. Now let's see the second tense. Second tense is simple past tense. So in the assertive sentences also I have explained you that only one difference between simple present tense and simple past tense is that here in the passive voice structure we used to put Izema, and instead of that here we need to put was, were, nothing else. But one another change here it would be, because it is interrogative form of active and passive voice, that's why we need to do one particular change. Which change? So if you can see here that in interrogative structure we have put do or does, because it's a matter of present tense. But as it is a past tense, so what I have put did. So let's see the interrogative structure of the simple past tense. First of all, I have put did, as it is a simple past tense, plus subject plus V1 plus object plus other words plus question mark. So this is the active voice structure of simple past tense. Now let's discuss the PV structure, interrogative PV structure, that is was, were plus object plus V3 plus by plus subject plus other words plus question mark. So as I told you that in simple present tense what we used to put, so Izema we used to put in the simple present tense. Instead of this we have to use was, were, because it is a simple past tense, that's why. Now let's see the example. Example is, see the structure and then see the example, students, so it would be more easier for you. So ultimately I have put did over here, right? Did as per the framework only, there is no change, right? Then what is the subject? He. Did he call that number? Let me repeat my sentence. Did he call that number? So did as it is, he is the subject over here, call is V1, that number is the object, and in this sentence there is no other word and question mark as it is. So now what we are going to do? We are going to transform this sentence into passive voice. So how? First of all, see the passive voice structure, students. We need to put was, were, but before that we need to check whether our object which we are going to take first is plural or singular. Then and then only we could identify whether we need to put was or were. That's why. So what is our object? That number, and that number is a singular object. So ultimately we need to put was over here. So was, what is our object? That number. So was that number, V1 was called, so V3 would be called. By will remain by as it is according to the structure, and he, when we put the subject at the last, will be him. So here is your sentence ready. Was that number called by him? Question mark. So this is how interrogative form of sentences can be formed in that much easier way. So in this video, I'll keep these two tenses, students. In the upcoming video, we are going to see more tenses, right? In the next video, we are going to see 3 more tenses, that is simple future tense, present continuous tense, and past continuous tense. The way we have done today, the same way we are going to do it by providing interrogative AV structure and interrogative PV structure, and then we would solve one example each of the sentences. So ultimately, see you soon in the next video. Till then, goodbye and have a nice day, students.